we ended up moving in with each other. Well, we stayed together through college. We ended up moving in together on my 25th birthday. I recently celebrated my 28th birthday. So we moved in exactly 3 years ago to our first apartment. That apartment was kind of like a little playing house for us, to see, would we be able to live with each other? Are we going to go to the next level and be serious? It was a really tiny, teeny, tiny apartment. As many of you know, it was 450 square feet. I don't know if that means, if you don't know square footage, then that might not mean anything to you, but I'd say your average one bedroom apartment, like a small one bedroom apartment, is probably like 600 square feet. So it was a small space, very cramped, but it was super cute, and we stayed there for about a year and a half. And then we moved into the house that we're in now, which is right up the street from our old apartment. And we've been here since July of last year. every girl that like really cares about the ring like that. And I, like, even when I would post videos like, oh, like going engagement ring shopping, like story time, like, and I would put like an engagement ring picture like in the thumbnail, I would never put like the one that I actually wanted. This is a radiant cut, and it has a hidden halo with diamonds on the hidden halo, and then diamonds like 360 around the excited as though, we're friends and sisters and cousins and whatever. So I definitely appreciate that. And then, yeah, so we came home from the winery and I had people over. The twins got me this, this chipwich cake. Like, literally, it's like a giant chipwich of a cake. So great. Somebody else brought me a cake. I literally can't remember who. Maybe it was Tony's mom. I was obviously drinking. We had a great time. Everybody stayed till 12ish. I mean, we were there for we were drinking 12 hours. I fell down the stairs that night. I literally went on my back. So that was fun times. Tony's mom got us this banner that said the unsinkable couple and had Titanic on it because she knows I love Titanic, which was so cute and funny and thoughtful. The only irony of that is the Titanic did actually sink, but it's so romantic of a story and my favorite movie ever. So yeah, when we came back to the house, she had that banner and stuff hung and put flowers all over the house and everything. And his parents stayed, who I usually party with, but my mom stayed too, who I never party with. So it's just funny. I still feel when I'm partying with my mom that I'm 16 and I'm not supposed to drink. So it was a really, really great celebration. I was off Monday because I get off a day for my birthday at my work. So, and Tony got done work extremely early that day. So we took a ride to Cabela's, this hunting store or nature store or whatever. And spent the day together and had lunch during the week. So that was cute, just a little way to celebrate. And it was just really all around fantastic. Got some amazing birthday gifts from my friends and family. If you want to see that haul, you can go find that on Patreon. And yeah, next chapter is wedding planning. So I will definitely be keeping you guys in the loop. Right now, I'm considering a destination. If anyone has had a destination wedding, please feel free to send me a message, leave me a comment, advice, your experience. What do you think? I'm pretty much leaning in that direction, and thinking spring 2023. So definitely be doing more wedding theme videos, but I'm not going to be one of those women that makes their wedding their entire personality. I'm a bad bitch first, career bitch second, fiance third,